The human heart was never meant to beat in the open air. Cradled safely behind ribs and muscle, this vital organ pulses unseen, protected from the outside world. Yet sometimes, in rare and extraordinary cases, nature makes a startling exception. Picture a newborn baby taking its first breath, its tiny heart visibly throbbing outside its chest, exposed to the harsh reality of the delivery room. This is ectopia cordis, one of medicine's most dramatic and heartbreaking birth defects, where a child's heart develops partially or completely outside its body. For centuries, this condition meant certain death. Today, thanks to breathtaking advances in pediatric surgery, some of these children are not only surviving, they're thriving against all odds. The statistics are staggering. Ectopia cordis occurs in just 5 to 8 per million live births, making it one of the rarest congenital conditions known to medicine. When it does occur, the sight is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a tiny, beating heart suspended outside the chest cavity, sometimes covered by just a thin membrane of skin, other times completely exposed to the air. The heart may pulse at twice the normal rate, working overtime to compensate for its precarious position. Historically, doctors could only offer comfort care, as most infants succumbed within hours or days to infection, cardiac trauma, or circulatory collapse. But in recent decades, pioneering surgeons have begun rewriting this tragic narrative through a combination of bold surgical techniques and cutting-edge technology. One of the most remarkable aspects of ectopia cordis is how it challenges our fundamental understanding of human anatomy. Normally, the breastbone forms a protective cage around the heart during fetal development. In these special cases, that crucial step never occurs, leaving the heart to develop in what can only be described as the wrong location. The severity varies. Some babies have just a portion of the heart protruding, while others have nearly the entire organ beating outside the chest wall. Many also face additional life-threatening challenges like abdominal wall defects or severe cardiac abnormalities that make treatment even more complex. What makes modern cases so extraordinary isn't just that surgeons can put the heart back where it belongs, it's that they've learned how to reconstruct an entire chest cavity to house it safely. The story of Audrina Cardenas, known worldwide as the Miracle Baby, perfectly illustrates this medical revolution. Born in 2012 with nearly her entire heart outside her body, her doctors initially gave her less than a 10% chance of survival. Her condition was so severe that her parents could actually see her heart beating beneath a thin layer of skin on her tiny chest. The surgical team at Texas Children's Hospital performed what can only be described as medical alchemy. Through a series of high-risk operations, they gradually relocated her heart back into her body while simultaneously reconstructing her chest wall using synthetic materials and her own tissue. Today, Audrina is a vibrant young girl, her incredible journey serving as inspiration for families facing similar diagnoses. Equally groundbreaking was the case of Christopher Wall, one of the earliest ectopia cordis survivors. Born in 1975 when medical technology was far more primitive, his survival into adulthood defied all expectations. His surgical team at the University of Minnesota had to invent techniques on the spot, fashioning a protective mesh to shield his relocated heart. Christopher's longevity proved that with proper intervention, these children could not only survive but lead relatively normal lives, a revelation that changed pediatric surgery forever. His case opened the floodgates for more ambitious attempts, giving hope to families who previously had none. Modern approaches to ectopia cordis combine multiple specialties in a symphony of medical expertise. Cardiologists, plastic surgeons, and pediatric specialists collaborate in carefully staged procedures that may span months or even years. The first priority is always stabilizing the exposed heart, sometimes requiring immediate coverage with sterile material to prevent infection. Subsequent operations focus on gradually creating space in the chest cavity, often using tissue expanders to slowly stretch the skin and make room for the heart's eventual return. The final stages involve intricate reconstruction of the chest wall, sometimes using 3D printed implants customized to each child's unique anatomy. What makes these cases so extraordinary isn't just the technical skill involved, but the heart's incredible adaptability. Surgeons report that once properly positioned, these hearts often begin functioning more efficiently almost immediately. The organ seems to recognize its proper placement, settling into a more normal rhythm once protected inside the body. This remarkable plasticity gives hope that even the most severe cases might one day become routinely treatable rather than automatically fatal. Yet for all the progress, significant challenges remain. Each case presents unique anatomical puzzles, and surgeons must often improvise solutions in the operating room. The long-term outlook depends heavily on whether other organs are affected and the severity of any accompanying heart defects. Some children face multiple open-heart surgeries throughout their lives to repair associated cardiac issues. The psychological impact on families is equally profound. Parents describe an emotional rollercoaster from the shock of diagnosis to the joy of each small milestone in their child's recovery. Looking to the future, researchers are exploring even more revolutionary approaches. Some centers are experimenting with fetal surgeries to correct the condition before birth, while others are developing bioengineered chest walls that could grow with the child. 3D printing technology promises customized implants that perfectly match each patient's anatomy. There's even discussion of using stem cells to help regenerate missing chest wall components, potentially eliminating the need for artificial materials altogether. Perhaps what's most inspiring about these medical miracles is what they teach us about human resilience, both of the tiny patients who fight so hard to survive, and the medical teams who refuse to accept the impossible. Where doctors once saw certain tragedy, they now see potential victory. Each successful case builds upon the last, creating a growing body of knowledge that transforms medical outliers into treatable conditions. The children who survive ectopia cordis become living testaments to medicine's boundless potential when innovation meets compassion. As technology advances, what was once universally fatal may become routinely survivable. The cases of Audrina, Christopher, and others like them represent more than just medical curiosities. They're beacons of hope, proving that even the most fragile hearts, beating bravely in the open air, can find their way home. Their stories remind us that in medicine, as in life, the most extraordinary miracles often begin with the simple refusal to give up. With each thump of an externally beating heart saved, the boundaries of what's possible expand just a little further, inspiring surgeons to reach for new heights in their quest to turn medical impossibilities into everyday victories.